What is up, boys and girls? The Mirko. Welcome to the MIRKURSE MPL Philippines Season 16 playoff prediction for your boy Mirko. Could be MIRKURSE, could be MIRBLESS. Last tournament that we did was actually a MIRBLESS. We got TL PH to win MSC, correct? But yeah, it's always different. We got Onyx to win MPL ID regular season. That was definitely not easy to predict. We also got Liquid as the bottom team all the way from the start of the season. So I guess there's that. I'm just going to talk about the dubs right now in predictions, right? But okay, we're going to get into this. Again, this is obviously going to be subjective. So if you guys have different opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win MPL Philippines? Who do you think is going to win every single one of these matchups? So let's start with match number one without further ado. TL PH vs Falcons, 50-50 matchup. Got to get that out of I got to get that out first, all right? Because I don't care how we analyze this. There's no way to, for sure, guarantee one is going in. This is the worst matchup for both of them. None of them want to meet each other on day one, all right? TL PH Falcons, I'm so sad. I'm a TL PH fan, but I was rooting for Falcons to make it to playoffs, and the fact that they have to meet in the first day is ridiculous. But it is the nature of competition. So, here, there's really no analysis I can do to give, like nothing I can really say to explain my decision, to explain who I think is going to win. Because at the end of the day, it really comes down to who's better on the day. You know, it's not like, there's certain matchups that Falcons have over TLPH. There's TLPH adapted to the meta better. No, both of them are very, very similar to each other. I guess Marco has a little bit of an edge when it comes to playing fighter golds so far that we've seen over OHEB, but that's about it, right? But TLPH and most of the teams in MPL Philippines still utilize a lot of the normal gold lane picks anyways. So for that reason, I'm just going to go with my gut for this one. TLPH get the dub 3-2. No way it's a stomp. No chance it's a stomp. TLPH make it to the next round against Onyx. I think this will be the closest day one matchup. Now, let's move on to Twisted Minds and TNC. Now, this we can talk a little bit more about analysis because we've seen both of them, and I think there is one that stands out a bit more than the other. Let's first talk about TNC. TNC are looking great. They are probably the best team at adapting to the new meta if we don't count Aurora. In terms of how they implement fighter golds into the meta, how they've been very, very brawly, very chaotic, it really does fit more of the core fundamentals that Moonton set with the new patch. More than the other teams, except Aurora. Again, we don't talk about Aurora just yet. Twisted Minds, on the other hand, really, I mean, they were really good in the first half of the season. Why? Because that was the macro season still, you know? That was a macro meta before the whole team fighting patch, which means they did get slightly nerfed in the new meta. They are no longer able to get those forced errors as effective as they were able to do before, and that has really hurt them, but I think they'll have enough time to adapt, okay? They are still a very, very young lineup. Coach Bonchan is at the helms. A shout out to TNC as well, because Coach Eto Max is my GOAT. He's ex-BTR, so he's always my GOAT now. But yeah, Twisted Minds are looking really, really good. TNC, very, very chaotic, and that could be also just a double-edged sword that makes them lose out against Twisted Minds, okay? So I think that's what's going to get Twisted Minds to win here in the playoffs. TNC are a bit too volatile to keep a steady lead. Whenever they have a big lead, it could actually turn around still just because of how team-fighty they are. For Twisted, they can still systematically dissect the early game, win it out, and snowball out of control to leave TNC out of it. Just don't fall into TNC playmaking. Don't fall into the TNC fighting, and you should be good. So I think Twisted Mind gets the dub here. So I'm going to move him up. Boom. There we go. Now we move on to upper brackets. TLPH versus Onyx, another 50-50 matchup. We cannot talk about analysis. We can't talk about head-to-head anymore here because both teams are experienced. Both teams are amazing. One won M6, the other one MSC just earlier. I will say Kelra has... It looks like he does fit the new fighter gold meta more than OHEB, but that's the same case as Super Marco, right? But oh, sorry, I'm gonna go for 3-1 by the way from my Twisted TNC prediction, not 3-2. But I think Onyx Philippines have looked a bit cleaner in a way. Like Brusco, it doesn't really. I don't really think it's his meta because he likes more of those, you know, playmaking heroes. You know, he likes to do some more things over just playing there, staying safe, which is JP's normal play style. Which is kind of weird because in the regular season, that's been TLPH's way to win. Like when JP gets a Franco, when JP gets these big picks, then they win. And when he doesn't, it does look difficult. I will say though, TLPH are very different in the regular season and playoffs. So there's that. So JP does fit the meta more on like the more, nonchalant heroes, not crazy, not diving in, not making plays, just playing for the rest of the team. Still though, I think Onyx will probably get this game 3-2. I'm going to go with my gut here again, all right? I can't really analyze why one team is stronger than the other for the upper, like the top portion of this, like play-ins and upper bracket, dude. The match 3, match 1s are so difficult to just analyze and be like super unbiased or like it's difficult, all right? So bear with me here as I just ramble through the predictions, okay? Twisted Minds Rora, though, I'm sorry, Twisted Minds, like you've been impressive, but I think Rora are the de facto best team in MPL Philippines at implementing the new patch, at adapting, and now with Light, it really does look like they have the final piece of the puzzle. It looked like back in the day, they were a bit too safe. They really wanted to calculate every single move. But Light is the guy who is very, very instinctual. He goes in when he feels like going in. It's not just purely about the calls. If he sees an angle, he seizes it. He doesn't want to play that safety game. And that has, I think, leveled up Rora's level in MPL Philippines Season 16. TLPH will be going up against Twisted Minds. That's match number 6. So we'll go on to upper brackets first. This is weird, by the way, how you guys have match 5, upper bracket finals, and then match 6. I guess because it's elimination, but I would much rather have more drama. So match 6 should be up here, because then you find out who makes it to M7 first later. You know what I mean? On the day. But it is all right. Onyx versus Rora. Onyx are great. Onyx are clutch. Rora are great. Rora are amazing, though. And the thing is, it's very difficult for you to build on clutch moments to come back in the game now. And hands down, the best team at winning out early objectives, taking early objectives, setting up is Rora. This systematic playstyle of theirs that was already present from the last 2 seasons for Rora that got them to make it to M6 as well, it was already there. But it couldn't carry them into wins just yet. Why? Because you can't just play for early game lead and discipline all throughout. You need that clutch moment in the past seasons. Now, it's complete opposite. You don't need those clutch moments. As long as you're able to get that early lead, snowball out of it, capitalize on objectives, convert after getting big wins, you're set. It's very difficult to come back. We have seen a lot of comebacks from the rest of the teams, but I think it's just the nature of those teams being also kind of messy in the regular season. Rora have not displayed that level of inconsistency, non-discipline, all right? They are clean as fuck, and I think they are the best team in MPL Philippines right now. Rora will be the first team to make it to M7, and I don't think it'll be that close. I think it'll be 3-1. Onyx will have to fight in the lower brackets. So I'm going to put them down there. Next is match number 6. Again, I don't need to talk a lot about this matchup. Twisted Minds are great. They did beat TNC in my prediction here, but I think their run will stop here. They're still a rookie team. They have a lot of growth, that they can achieve in the future. A lot of potential as well. But up against these veterans, up against these top dogs, especially in the battle to qualify to the M series, it'll be very, very difficult. TLPH have been here before. They know what to do. This is a team that have adapted so many times to different metas. And I, without a doubt, think TLPH will get the dub as well here, 3-1. No 3-0 so far, except for the Rora one, which I think is understandable. I don't know if you guys think it's understandable too, but all right, let's move it on. TLPH versus Onyx. Rora make it to the finals. No, this is difficult. Match 7, man. Fuck. TLPH were beat by Onyx up there. Now they meet again. And I think it'll be different. I think TLPH, this could also just be the fucking horse cap in me, because I'm a dirty horse bastard, or I'm a horse, I'm a cavalry fan, or I'm a TLPH man when it comes to MPL Philippines. BTR still my goats though. BTR better, but yeah, we're talking about MPL Philippines. So, oh man. I honestly think RC and the boys will find a way to beat Onyx. Again, there's no, like, we've been analyzing some of the matchups, like the Rora one, Twisted Minds one, but when you get a TLPH versus Onyx, TLPH versus Falcons, this matchup is always 50-50. You never know what's going to happen, so I'm just going to stick with my gut here and say TLPH get the job done against Onyx to make it as the second M7 representative from the Philippines. Rora versus TLPH in the finals, and I say TLPH win 4-0. No. I'm joking. I think Rora takes this. I think this is their season. TLPH will be able to make it close though, but it feels like this meta, it just it's shaping up to be Rora's, meta. It's already shaped up to be Rora's meta. You saw the regular season. They went 13-1. They went 13-1, bro. All right? You don't just do that in MPL Philippines. It takes a different level to do that. They are in form. It's like an Onyx Philippines that came through season 14. They also had a similar record. They were 13-1 as well, if I'm not mistaken, or were they 12-2? I don't know. But coming into playoffs with that momentum, with that streak, not in the Philippines, it's different. They are built different this season. Light is the final piece of the puzzle, and I'm so happy for him because it fits poetically as well, right? Because like Light, Northern Lights, Rora, blah, blah, blah. But also, it's kind of redemption from him. I've never said Light was the problem for BTR. I've always said it's definitely communication issues. There's always going to be language barriers, and I think that's what stopped Light from really performing with BTR. And I still think he's a good player. And I'm glad to see him finally, find a lot of success in the Philippines. And possibly, I'll get to meet him again in M Series. So, Light, you're my GOAT. Still, ex-BTR, by the way. I think you will win MPL Philippines Season 16, buddy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is, I think, the least difficult MPL Philippines season playoff winner to predict so far. Like in the past seasons, I've always been like, oh man, who's going to win? Who's going to win it, But this time, I think like, dang, dude. Yeah, Rora just look like they are different. They're, cut above right now the rest of the competition in MPL Philippines, and I think they'll be able to get it done. So, yeah, if you guys think Twisted Minds or TNC wins, if you think Falcons wins MPL Season 16, then let me know, because this could all be bullshit. This could be wrong, and I could be really dumb. I could just play the MIRKURSE card and say, it's all planned. I wanted TNC and Falcons to actually make it to the finals all along, type of deal. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like the video, like. If you want to say, Mirko, you dumb as shit, you shouldn't have predicted this, comment down below. Tell me that. And if you want to continue hate watching, or if you want to continue watching my videos, depending on what you want to do, subscribe, because you'll get notified if I watch party, and then you can trash talk me or support me, because yes, I'll be watch partying every single day of MPL Philippines playoffs, day 1 all the way to day 5, every single match as well. All right, unless some matches look uninteresting, but I don't think there are any uninteresting matches. I am very excited for every single match. So yeah, I won't be offline watch partying, but I will be watch partying from home, from here. All right. So, yeah. See you guys in the watch party. Peace out. Oh, shit.